I recently watched The Incredibles again after a long time, and I was surprised at all the things I missed when I would watch this movie as a kid. When I used to watch it, I loved it, don't get me wrong, but I would only be interested in the cool action scenes, the red costumes, and I wanted to be Dash and run fast. But watching it now, I realize how good of a movie it actually is. From the story to the characters to the memorable moments, the originality of it all, the humor, and of course, the music. This film checks all the boxes there are when it comes to making an exceptional movie. Let's start with the story. The Incredibles is more than just a superhero movie. On the outside, it's a simple story. The superhero can't be a hero anymore, so he doesn't feel fulfilled until he gets a mission and there's a bad guy that wants to hurt people and he saves everyone and everything is perfect again. But on the inside, it's so much more.
Inside, I am more.
It's a family drama that everyone can relate to, unless I guess you're an orphan? The narrative explores themes of identity, purpose, and the pressures of conforming to societal norms. For instance, Mr. Incredible's struggle with his past glory and his current mundane life mirrors the midlife crisis many adults face. This element of the story is something that completely flew over my head as a kid, but now it's what makes the movie so relatable and grounded.
Oh my god. I get it.
This film is obviously fiction, but it's more rooted in reality than you might think. It isn't a superhero fantasy land where the heroes save everyone and bad guys go to jail. It has a lot of dark scenes, which is how the real world is. For example, when Mr. Incredible saves a suicidal guy from, suicide, he tells him,
I think you broke something.
Well, with counseling, I think he'll come to forgive me.
and you would assume, oh, well, that's that. There he goes saving people again. But in reality, things aren't cupcakes and rainbows. He gets sued by him and sets off a chain reaction. Other examples are when Helen is telling the kids about how the henchmen will not hesitate to kill them.
They won't exercise restraint because you're children. They will kill you if they get the chance.
Where else do you hear that in a Disney movie? And not to mention how the villain horribly dies at the end in a jet turbine. There are also real-life situations that a lot of people suffer from. No one in reality has superpowers.
Kid, come on, quit messing around. I haven't got all day. What's your power?
I don't have one.
And that's not even what this movie is about. The movie uses the powers to metaphorically show the struggles of the characters and their personalities. In real life, people fight with their husband/wife.
Well, I think you need to be more.
Because it'd be great!
This is not about you!
Couples are terrified of the other cheating. High schoolers have anxiety with their crush. Siblings fight. Boys get sent to the principal's office. People make mistakes, and a lot of them. The marriage is hard.
So the bad guys are trying to wreck mom and dad's marriage.
Even though they love each other. And both sides make valid points, and even the boss, being a complete douche, has his reasons. I mean, he has to increase his business's profitability. That's his job. Ultimately, he's not a bad guy. Sure, he could have called 911 or something when Bob told him there was someone being mugged, but he didn't know Bob has superpowers. He also kept giving Bob chances to improve and stay in the company because he wasn't heartless.
Good thing, too. You were this close to losing your...
Sure, maybe he wasn't a perfect guy, but he also wasn't a bad guy, just like most people. The depth of the characters in The Incredibles is another reason this movie stands out. Each member of the Parr family is dealing with their own struggles, whether it's fitting in, embracing their identity, or finding their place in the world.
Pissed off from the way that I don't fit in.
As a kid, Dash was my favorite. I loved seeing him run fast, and I wanted to be like him. But now as an adult, I can appreciate how well-rounded each character is, and how their personal journeys intersect with the larger narrative. The film is filled with memorable moments that stick with you long after the credits. From the iconic no cape scene,
Boots, no capes.
Buddy, you think you look strong? You're wearing a cape.
to Mr. Incredible's not fitting into the machine. Even small things have stuck with me throughout the years, as I'm sure they have for many people. Like Violet saying,
The remote controls the robot!
or typing in Chronos on the giant computer screen, letter by letter. Scenes like Elastigirl getting stuck in the doors, and when Dash learns he can run on water. It's moments like these that make this movie so unique and memorable. Every moment is crafted with care, and more importantly, creativity. One thing that stands out about The Incredibles is its originality. In a world saturated with superhero movies, this film still manages to carve out its own unique space. The concept of a family of superheroes dealing with everyday problems is fresh and relatable.
Are we there yet?
We get there when we get there!
The humor is great, but it's also smart and appealing to both kids and adults. There are jokes that I completely missed as a kid, but now I find hilarious and so clever as an adult. The film doesn't rely on cheap laughs. Instead, it offers witty dialogue and clever situations that add to the overall charm.
This Baron von Ruthless do?
He starts monologuing.
He starts monologuing. I mean, the guy has me on a platter and he won't shut up.
I unleash it, I'll get... You sly dog! You got me monologuing! I can't believe... Elastigirl? You married Elastigirl? Oh, and got busy!
And of course, we can't forget the music. Michael Giacchino's score is brilliant. The jazzy, energetic soundtrack perfectly complements the retro-futuristic aesthetic of the movie. The score enhances the action, heightens the tension, and adds to the emotional beats of the story. It's a crucial part of what makes The Incredibles so unforgettable, and it is just so damn cool.
Violet?
Go!
I got chills, they're multiplying.
Throw it!
Go on!
But what really surprised me during this rewatch was the emotional depth of this movie. As a kid, I didn't fully grasp the weight of scenes like Mr. Incredible wanting to die because he believes his family is dead.
Disengage, repeat, disengage!
No! Call off the missiles, I'll do anything!
Turn on your his buddy's bike! Abort! Abort! There are children aboard! Say again, there are children aboard this!
No!
Target was destroyed.
Ah, you'll get over it. You're weak! And I've outgrown you.
Or him trying to make his family stay behind because he's afraid of losing them again.
I have to do this alone.
What is this to you, playtime?
No.
So you can be Mr. Incredible again?
No!
Then what? What is it?
I'm not.
Not what?
I'm not strong enough.
Strong enough, and this will make you stronger?
Yes. No.
That's what this is? Some sort of workout?
I can't lose you again. I can't. Not again. I'm not strong enough.
These moments hit hard as an adult. They show that being a hero isn't just about having powers. It's about being there for the people you love, even if it's difficult. The Incredibles is more than just an animated film. It's a timeless masterpiece. The plot, the humor, the character depth and analysis, the music, just the pure entertainment and action. It's all there.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
This film is a prime example of what happens when a story is crafted with care, when characters are given real depth, and when every element, from the music to the animation, is executed to perfection. In conclusion, The Incredibles is a movie that grows with you. As a kid, you're captivated by the action, the superheroes, and the humor. As an adult, you're drawn in by the story, the characters, and the emotional depth. It's a film that manages to be both entertaining and meaningful, making it a true standout in the world of animation. So if you haven't watched The Incredibles in a while, I highly recommend revisiting it. You might be surprised at how much more there is to discover in this incredible film.